today's class is on the throat chakra. Throat chakra right here. Color is blue. The elements, so each of the elements have like water, earth, air. So this would be ether or space. Isn't that interesting? I just found this picture and I really liked it because I don't know, it just really speaks to me. No pun intended. It just I I think this could be my favorite chakra. It's also the one, honestly, that I have had the most, it has most frequently tested weak. But there's such power, there's such energy, like the throat chakra creates our world. So this picture just speaks to me. The Sanskrit name is Vishuddha, if I'm saying that correctly, especially pure. Isn't that beautiful? Especially pure. It's like such a nice name. This is our source of verbal expression and the ability to speak our highest truth. Governs neck, thyroid, parathyroid, jaw, mouth, and tongue. So if you have any physical issues, sometimes if you can't muscle test, you can just look at, okay, what area is asking for attention and clear that. And a few of us here on the call actually have some throat area issues. And so this would just be a great thing to check every day. Like if this is something speaking up for you, or if you're in the process of writing a book or getting your company out there, it would just be super good to check it every day. So I'm still getting a week for the group and get some good energy flowing through here. Interesting that this one says arms. I often think of the definitely throat, thyroid, mouth, jaw, neck, shoulders, arms. I also think of as the heart chakra. So I have to relook at that. I made these a while ago. There's emotional things like if you're afraid to speak up, fear of blurting something out. If you have spoken angry or unkind words, um, it leaves an energetic odor, perhaps. Of course, the positive would be kind and compassionate communication, and also being true to yourself. An unbalanced throat chakra in the mental area, you could be too accommodating, right? You look to authority, or you're basically, we're not standing up for ourselves. Or sometimes just people just talk without listening. So there's not a healthy give and take. And when it is strong, you speak and listen from a higher sense of communication, which is, isn't it just so beautiful when you are really, really listened to? It is, oh, I think, one of the best gifts we can give each other is to really listen and speak kind of in alignment with our our highest self. This is the part that I think is super interesting and that I wrote about in the newsletter, and that a lot of people don't know. I didn't know when I studied with Marie Manucheri um, in her chakra course. She said the fifth layer of the aura is one of two etheric templates. And so it's an energetic template. It's here. It's a literally a body of energy that constantly holds its own vibration no matter what. Even if we are not living our truth, it's there. So the second one, which we've talked about before, is the perfect health template on the first layer. So we have our perfect health, and here we have our truth. And this is, she said, not only does this affect what you are attracting, but it also affects your life purpose, as the fifth layer of the fields is where your destiny dwells. Inside the fifth layer, which is cobalt blue, because of the color of the aura, it's structured. Remember, we talked about the layers of the aura. First, third, and fifth have these structured energy lines. Second, fourth, and sixth are more like blobs of gas or fluid. So this is blue, structured, has the life purpose. Weaved into its structure of energy are your natural gifts and talents. And she's super clear audience. So, as she's looking out at us, there were, I don't know, maybe 30 of us there in the workshop. She's just looking at all of our energies. And she said, like, you, and she pointed to this older man, not elderly, but he was older, sitting next to me. She said, "Your fifth chakra, your that auric layer is just gorgeous. You are definitely living your life purpose. What are you doing?" And so he talked about it. He had retired and he'd opened up this spiritual bookstore. It was just so interesting that this is a seen thing, right? This is like a living, breathing. It's almost like our fulfillment is here, whether we are embodying it or not, which I think is really cool. So sometimes even I feel like when we're clearing that, it's like if we can just kind of stretch out a little bit as you're clearing your chakra, almost like stretch out to this fifth auric layer, and when we embody that, it's almost like our gifts and talents are easier, right? Because they're already here. We don't have to create them. And that's why, like, some of you are just like, oh, I'm going to have this healing course or this thing. And it's like, well, of course you are, because it's natural for you, you know? So but we might not know it consciously, but it's here and it's in our field. So I think this is a really interesting thing. Often also governs metabolism. So we had a really good energy circle on metabolism. These are pretty obvious. We have the ability to communicate. We're not worried about other people's opinions of ourselves. We can set boundaries. We are peacefully assertive. That was from another website. A blocked throat chakra is the result of an accumulation of moments from your childhood where you were victimized, silenced, or taught that your opinion was invalid. Slowly, you were taught to fold your tongue in half, sit on your words, to deny yourself a sound. When I've taught this class before, people that statement has really affected people. Let's just do a clearing on this real quick with our intention. If we do have a blocked throat chakra, and actually I'm going to do this with my hand, a blocked throat chakra, we're releasing the accumulation of moments from our childhood, if there are any moments where we were victimized, silenced, or taught that our opinion was invalid. I'm releasing that now. That's so sad. Slowly, you were taught to fold your tongue in half, sit on your words, to deny yourself a sound. Or pulling out any energy that is there and giving ourselves permission to live our truth. So 0 to 100, 0 to 10, just ask your heart, at what level am I living, expressing, and aligning to my highest truth? Okay, I got a number for the group, I think. I'm just playing. We're just playing. Who knows? But pretty darn good, actually. I get 83 for the whole group. Of course, we are an amazing group of people. And whatever is lower, it's exciting. Like if you get like, I'm only living my truth 2 out of 10, that means look how much more good is there for you. Like that can be super exciting. It means your own self knows that you have some gifts in store, right? So it doesn't have to be like, oh, look how it's not bad. It's like, oh, look how much good is coming. Of course, we use the power of our words to change. I took a lot of these out because we just had this whole wonderful energy circle on the power of words. But the subconscious is like our faithful servant, doesn't process negatives. We have to pay attention to power words. Your throat chakra creates your world. Watch what you say. Your subconscious does not take a joke. It brings things to pass. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my job, right? Um, Beware of our words. Our word is our wand. Only say out loud that which you want to be true. The way we talk to our children becomes their inner voice, or what we say about our children, which can be challenging. Whatever we want to say out loud. I enjoy having more than enough and an unlimited supply from a miraculously perfect universe. And that's one of the reasons why in the clearing form, I always ask you to say what you want, not just what you don't want. Because when we have to write down what we want, we can speak it into being. Toning, chanting, singing, super good. Obviously, moving energy. If we have a habit of not speaking our truth, you can practice it. You can practice, write out what you will say if you have to talk to your boss or your mother-in-law. I like she said maybe you'd like it if your mother-in-law would call before dropping over, but you feared confrontation. So you just write it down, practice it, practice it, practice it, and practice a couple responses, right? We get to create what we want, but energy has patterns. So we have a pattern of, or with our partner or with our children, we have a pattern of always doing this. If we want to speak our truth, but it's not comfortable, it's just because we haven't done it. So we have to make it comfortable, but we don't, but we can make it comfortable in our imagination, in our journal, in the shower. And it really works. It's just patterns of energy. Speak and listen with compassion. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Sometimes we can say things that are true, but is it also kind? And is it also necessary? We don't have to say everything to be speaking our truth. Sometimes it's kinder to just be and let other people have their opinions. And so I love this. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? The other part I wanted to bring in about the fifth chakra is it's super important for creativity because it's where we bring out our gifts to the world. So it's very much connected to second and fifth chakra. So second chakra is the kind of the creativity womb, and the fifth chakra is bringing our creativity into the world. So if any, remember when we did creativity blockers, we cleared fifth and second chakra because this is where we express our creativity into the world. And it's connected to our purpose in life, which if you dial it down metaphysically and spiritually, the true goal is to help others, even if you want to be a singer, an actor. If we make that our goal, eventually, Brian Weiss, right, the author of All About the Past Lives, eventually we will do that because it's for a bigger purpose again. So if you're trying to create something into the world, even when you create with the intention to help others, it also just widens the flow, right? If you, because you're doing it not just for you, but for beyond you. So you get a lot more energy and juice flowing through it.